Hello and welcome to Leadership in Sight. Today it's all about lead like a rock, essential tip for women leaders under pressure. Now, listen, anyone is going to be able to use these tips, even though you all know that I am all down for the career woman. But please note, these tips can be used by anyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video. If you know that there is someone who needs this information, keep it to yourself. Sharing truly is caring. So make sure that you share. And again, welcome. We are live. Thank you for joining today's session. It is all about lead like a rock, essential tips for women leaders under pressure. I am thrilled to be able to dive into this topic. We need to understand this before we get into pressure, before we get into various situations. Some of these things we need to learn to make sure that we master as women striving to advance in our careers, maintaining composure and this level head demeanor during a challenging time is so crucial. So today we're going to explore why staying calm in the face of adversity is vital for effective leadership and your career growth. We're going to discuss how demeanor can significantly impact your team and your overall leadership effectiveness. Now, last week, we talked about women in leadership essential tips for becoming a first line supervisor. In that vein, we're going to talk about this even more because I want to make sure for those who are entering in their first line of supervision that you all do it right and you don't have to stumble the way moi and many other leaders have. So, going back to today, our focus is going to be those essential tips for you to lead under pressure. Our 3 points are trust and credibility, emotional contagion, and decision making and problem solving. Let's do a quick roll call. Whether you're catching us live, whether you're catching us on the replay, let us know that you're tuning in. Tell us your name, where you're tuning in from. Let us know if this information is resonating with you. We will definitely, between the team, we do look through the comments. If there's ever something where you're like, Miranda, I need you to cover this like yesterday, let us know that as well. But definitely, if something is resonating with you, we would love to know what that is. And with that being said, I'm going to jump into this quick story. I need you to imagine there's a woman by the name of Sarah, a mid-level. Imagine there's a woman by the name of Sarah, a mid-level manager, and she is known, you all. Sarah is known for a calm demeanor, strategic thinking. I know that there are several of you out there who are like, you know what? That's me. I'm known to be calm. I'm known to be a strategic thinker. However, Sarah at her company went through a huge rough patch. It was due to market fluctuations. There were internal challenges. Now, tell me, you all, who doesn't have internal challenges? I've had them, I have seen them, and you cannot get around internal challenges. During this period, many employees were anxious. Productivity literally just took a nosedive. But despite the chaos, Sarah remained composed. Who, who does not love a composed leader? Listen, when you are able to calm yourself down, you will be surprised that you will also be able to calm others down just by bringing a calm presence. So that is what Sarah was able to do. She remained calm, composed. She led her team with confidence. She acknowledged those challenges, but instead of focusing on the chaos, she focused on solutions rather than problems. Her ability to stay level headed and her ability to be able to provide clear directions helped her team to navigate the storm, helped her team to navigate all of the challenges. And through that, they became a stronger team. And this story truly highlights how it's so crucial for leaders to maintain their composure during difficult times. I want that for you. I don't want when you are dealing with a chaotic situation that you in turn become super chaotic as well. And so, with that being said, let's go ahead and get through to our points. And so, the importance of demeanor, we're talking about three key elements. Now, we're going to start with trust and credibility. Trust is the foundation. This is not the first time you've heard me say this. You will continuously hear me say this when it comes to trust. Trust and credibility are so essential for leadership. Trust is indeed the cornerstone of effective leadership, and remaining calm in challenging situations is crucial to building and maintaining trust. I get it. Listen, some of us grew up in households where maybe calm was maybe not the first thing that we encountered at all. However, that does not mean that you cannot start to practice. If being calm and having that composure is new to you, you can start practicing this skill set today. It is important to understand that your team is looking at you. They're going to look for you for guidance, and especially when there's a challenging time. So, thus, if you remain calm and composed, it really does signal to your team that you're in control and that you can handle the situation. I know some of you are like, yeah, but I don't feel like I'm in control. That's okay. Sometimes you all, even though I really don't like this adage, fake it till you make it. However, there are times that even if you're having this outer body experience and you're like, oh my God, I am freaking out on the inside. I need you to get grounded, get centered. So, yes, that's your look. It is not, I'm freaking out. Your look should be one of calm. I have this. Challenges come my way. I eat them for my morning cereal. I don't know where that came from, but I'm just saying that's what you need. You need that. And so practice it. Practice it now. Practice it if you have children. Practice your calm demeanor with your children. Practice it with your significant others. Practice it at work, wherever you know that you can get that spike of adrenaline where you're like, oh, ho, ho, I'm about to do it. Instead of doing whatever that it is for you, practice your chi, practice your zen, those things. Imagine you're leading a project that hits this major setback. Your reaction is going to set the tone for your team. Thus, by staying calm, you demonstrate that setbacks are part of the process and can be managed effectively. This reassures your team and it encourages them to remain calm, to remain focused and motivated. And that's what we want. We do not want our whole entire team having some type of spasm at the same time. We don't want that. Staying composed in the face of setbacks sends this powerful message to your team. It shows that you acknowledge the challenges as this natural part of the process and that you are prepared to address these setbacks effectively. This kind of leadership reassures your team. It's going to help boost the morale and it motivates them to remain focused on finding solutions rather than becoming distracted by all the obstacles that may be around them. Our second point is emotional contagion. Emotions, first and foremost, are contagious emotions. If you are in a room with, and forgive me, I mean no disrespect, you all, but if you're in a room with a bunch of sad people, it is going to be so hard not to be sad. If you are in a room of happy people that have all this energy, it's hard not to feed off of that energy. You come in the room, you can feel one kind of way, but when that room is happy and energized and charged, listen, you get that buzz, that feeling. So remember, emotions are contagious. As a leader, your emotional state can influence the entire team. You come into work and you're pissed off, your team is going to feel that level of festivity. And that is so not fair to them. And you have to make sure that you are managing those emotions. When you maintain a positive and level headed demeanor, it creates this environment of stability and optimism. I understand for some people, some of this, what I'm saying, it can sound like, Brenda, how do you expect me to do all of this? I expect you to do it in small increment practice. Just like I said in the first point, practice with your children, practice with your family, practice with a significant other, practice, practice, practice. I'm not asking for perfect practice. I am asking for practice. We can move into perfections later. Right now, I just need you to practice Zen, practice your chi, practice your meditation, whatever that is for you to be more composed. It is a muscle, it is yet another skill set to develop. And with that, your team is more likely to mirror your calmness. They're going to be able to mirror your approach. And they, in turn, will become more positive, even just by your optimism, by your positive outlook. Your team will mirror those things. Additionally, displaying empathy and understanding towards your team members' emotions, and I know some of you want to stay away from other people's emotions. However, we need to be able to provide empathy. And because we don't want people to feel like they're an island unto themselves. And so provide that empathy, provide that support. It is going to help to foster this collaborative work environment. When your team sees that you are attuned to their feelings, it increases trust in you as a leader. It enhances your overall well being. Therefore, be mindful of your own emotions and demonstrating that empathy towards others. It's going to be able to contribute to this more positive, productive team environment. And not only do you want to work in that environment, trust and believe your team wants to work in that environment. Consider a scenario where a critical deadline is approaching and your team is feeling pressure. If you display stress and anxiety, it will likely spread amongst the team, increasing their stress levels. Now, if you do the opposite, if you stay composed and express confidence in meeting those deadlines, your team will feel more at ease and capable of tackling any challenges that come their way. Moreover, being aware of emotional atmosphere within a team allows you to address concerns or issues promptly. And again, not meaning to sound like a broken record, but isn't that what you want? I know that's what your team wants. And our third point is going to be decision making and problem solving. Staying level headed is crucial for effective decision making and problem solving. When faced with a crisis, a clear, calm mind allows you to access the situation objectively and make informed decisions. Listen, people, listen if you don't take anything else. Stop making decisions in a highly emotional state. It will sometimes reap devastating consequences. You do not always have to make a decision when you're in this emotional state. Stop, back out, continue a conversation later. Do what you have to do. You want to be able to tackle things with a clear mind. There are times if we just go all in and we're in an emotional turmoil, we do damage. We don't want to do damage to the people that we work with. We don't want to do damage to people in general. And I know some of y'all are probably saying, Miranda, I don't mind doing a little damage. That's just not the leadership style I subscribe to. So I'm going to say for all of us that we don't want to do damage. Think about a time when you had to make a tough decision under pressure. Reflect on how maintaining your composure helped you to think more clearly and choose the best course of action. As a leader, your ability to stay calm in the storm ensures that you navigate complex situations with clarity and precision, leading to better outcomes for your team and organization. We all have not mastered this thing called emotions. And if that's you, if you haven't mastered it, if you're not good at stepping back, stepping away from a situation, I implore you to work on that. You don't always have to just show up at the job to do this. I say things like, try this at home, try this with a friend, try this with a significant other, because that can be your testing ground. Now, you can try it at work if you have it, but there are other ways that you can try it. Being a leader should be more than just showing up being the best version of yourself. You should want to do that in your everyday life. Being a leader doesn't just start at work. Being a leader is who you are intrinsically and who you are, period. When I say your emotions, if you haven't mastered them, master them. Learn to know how to manage them. And when I say master, I mean manage, because there are times that you're going to get upset. However, your response is your obligations to others. And so, how are you showing up? How are you responding? I need you all as a leaders to stay composed under pressure, not allowing these influences to hinder your decision making. I want you to be that example for your team, for those who you lead. Your team is always going to be looking to you for guidance. And by demonstrating a steady approach during challenging times, you will inspire confidence and foster a positive work environment. Your composure can be contagious, helping your team members stay focused and productive. in the face of adversity. Today, we focused all about Today, we focused all about making sure that as a leader, we are level headed. We discussed the story of Sarah and how her calm demeanor helped her team to navigate through challenging times. We explored three key areas: building trust and credibility, the impact of emotional contagion, and the importance of composure and decision making and problem solving. Maintaining a level headed demeanor is not just about staying calm, it's also making sure that you are setting a positive example, fostering a stable work environment, and making informed decisions as you continue to advance in your career. Remember that your ability to stay composed under pressure is such a powerful tool that will inspire and guide your team through any storm. Thank you for joining us today. I always end with a quote, and that quote for today: anyone can hold their helm when the sea is calm. And this quote just emphasizes the importance of maintaining a composure and effective leadership. And that is what we all want. Join me next week for more incredible insights. You deserve nothing but the best. It is my goal to ensure you move to your next level. Let's take your career to new heights together.